Okay.
Okay. What should we do?
Right. This is. I'm. Let me just. Can I? I can't go back, can I?
No. Oh, you can.
Medications. I'm sorry for bringing it up. Waving her off seems rude,
Mm-hmm.
and maybe we should just explain more about the condition
Mm-hmm.
because it's important for people to know.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we should address it. However, what do you think?
I think go with your gut.
Oh, dude, don't do this to me.
I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, that's fine. I can't
Your
tell.
gut you just told me that you said address it.
Yeah.
That you think you should address it. And I said, okay, yeah, I think you should go with your gut. Because your gut said address it.
Right. Reach
Sorry,
the hang
folks. I'm eating a delicious brownie I made.
then. Ew.
Mm-hmm.
I can do my stupid hiss out voice while you eat.
Actually, yeah, because I got some stuff stuck in my teeth. You go ahead.
Come on, you worry about me more than I do at times. It just means I have to sleep a bit longer. That's all. But still, I'd say that I look absolutely fine. But I guess that wouldn't have a lot of meaning for you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
She
no
gives a
worries.
sigh of consternation before trailing off with an amused chuckle, giving up the point.
If you say so, please do take care of yourself, Hissa.
Yeah. Go on. Hanako could use some help. She moves to protest, but reluctantly acquiesces and disappears into the kitchen, her hand running along the smooth white walls as she slowly walks. I paused there because I was thinking about how weird the language has got. I mean,
Yeah.
it's always been quite flowery, but like, especially in the last couple of episodes, there's been a few words that I'm like, what are you doing here?
Somebody
You know?
grabbed a thesaurus.
Yeah,
I went
somebody's
to
made
fucking
real
town.
good use of it. For a
Yeah.
while, I sit and watch television in an attempt to wake myself a little more. But it's futile. I don't have anything better to do, so I follow Lily's lead.
It's like that episode of Friends where Joey discovers a thesaurus and goes fucking mental to try and make himself sound more intelligent.
Baby kangaroo Tribbiani, yeah.
Yes.
As I round the corner, I see Hanako and Lily, backs turned, quietly cutting food on the granite-coloured counter. I am temporarily engrossed as I watch Lily guiding the knife down carefully with a finger on the cabbage she's cutting, each slice delivered slowly, but with precision. She seems a little slow, but considering that she can't see what she's doing, it's a small wonder she can cook at all, let alone for both her and Hanako, and me. Hi Hanako, Lily, want any help?
Is that his? Oh,
Oh,
morning, Hissa. Oh,
Lily jerks back in surprise before turning around, her yelp immediately drawing Hanako and me to her side. What? Oh. A small trickle of scarlet falls downward from her pale fingertip, the knife having cut just deep enough to draw blood. With the television sound masking my footsteps, she must not have noticed me coming. To compensate for having to use touch to guide everything she does during cooking, she must need to pay extra attention.
Lily. Don't worry, Hanako. It's just a. 'Tis but a scratch.
Scratch? Your arm's off! You should still get a band-aid on it, at least until it stops bleeding. First aid stuff would be in the bathroom, right?
I think so. Will you be? What? Will you be Hanako? Blah blah blah.
I frown at how little heed she's paying to herself as Hanako gives a quick, almost automatic nod.
It's fine. I can keep making lunch. Oh,
Sick.
nice bath.
You like the bath?
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I'm really glad.
It's
You get
a nice
to take a
bag.
bath later.
Cool. Awesome.
An awkward silence reigns as I set the bottle of antiseptic and box of band-aids on the side of the sink. Lily's finger held out for me to treat. The lid of the bottle comes off with a minimum of resistance, and the small ball of cotton I soaked the liquid in stains a pale green. Okay, hold still. This'll probably hurt a bit. She gives a small nod as I take hold of her hand to steady it. With all the tenderness I can muster, I gently bring the dampened wad to the small red line.
Ah.
What? I've barely touched it.
Sorry.
I give a sigh, both at her reaction and to settle my own nerves. Her pain tolerance is startlingly low. I would tell you to man up, but I can't really do that. Yeah, because it's 2020, we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, we don't do that.
As she gives a small giggle, sorry, I forgot that was my line, I take advantage of her momentary distraction and gently press the cotton against her finger a few times. Thankfully, it's enough to do the job. We both settle somewhat as I bring the band-aid over to the tip of her finger, covering the wound while making sure not to get it stuck to her fingernail. Finished! You can move now! Taking her hand from mine, she gently clasps it in the other.
Thank you.
It's no problem. It's the least I can do after causing you to hurt yourself, after all. She lowers her head slightly at the apology, absent-mindedly rubbing her hand in what seems to be embarrassment.
I really don't mind.
Her answer doesn't seem to make much sense, given that what happened is pretty clearly my fault. I can't help grimacing at her, despite the fact that her dainty smile still holds. She must not like being reminded of the limitations her lack of sight imposes on her. It's something I can't possibly fault her for. I've fallen prey to the same kind of feelings before, despite my condition not being nearly as ubiquitous in my life. Neither of us any the happier. We head back to the various smells of cooking food coming from the kitchen. Pardon me. I lay out the plates of food, steam slowly rising from the well-cooked rice and curry dishes, while Hanako lays out the cutlery. Knife one side, fork on the other. Western. How perfectly fitting for someone like Lily. As we take our seats, taking careful heed of the dark red tablecloth hanging below our knees, Lily emerges from the kitchen. In her hands are 3 glasses and a bottle of wine.
Bruh.
Weekend away. As I recall our previous run-in with that devilish elixir, I hid my face in my palm. Alcohol? Seriously? She pauses as she reaches the table, a playful grin perched on her face.
Akira specifically gave permission to take a bottle from her collection. It's a vintage, I think it says, what is that? Bucco Fasto Wino.
Tonic wine. She even lets them pilfer their own. The perfect model of a responsible adult, Akira is not. More to the point, though, is that this is hardly a meal deserving of alcohol. I'm starting to think Lily's the type to easily become hooked on things. She's hooked on you, though, babe. Or me. Us. That's
Us.
not really the problem. I don't really have any... Us, yeah. That's not really the problem. I don't really have any qualms with it. But didn't you have a bad experience with it last time?
Last time was likely due to drinking too much, so a single glass shouldn't prove a problem. Like the French do it all the time, it's fine. Think of it as a learning experience.
I can't recall many learning experiences that made me feel rotten before putting me to sleep, but I'll take your word for it. She dips an uninjured finger inside to feel the liquid level. Tip against the bottom as the liquid rises up. The white of her finger almost seems to glow as the sunlight hits it, the delicate outline blurred and refracted by the glass. Her fingers are definitely longer than mine, the kind I'd think more suited to a pianist than a teacher. She'd likely have done well if she learned how to play.
Stevie Wonder style, just like fucking,
Yeah.
you know, just all black keys.
Thanks for that.
Thank you, no worries.
All black keys.
No, wait. I know that sounds bad. That sounds bad. Wait, but let me explain. The black keys are like the ones that are raised above the white keys, so they're easier to play, which is why a lot of music that Stevie Wonder plays is in like E flat minor and like stuff like that. It wasn't a racial thing. Oh my fucking god! I'm so glad I saved that.
Okay. I mean, I don't. That's my head didn't really go there, but I'm glad you covered your ass before someone's did.
Yeah, I thought I took a minute. It was the way you went. Okay, I was like, oh fuck, no.
Well, I was like, that's probably some kind of music joke that I don't really get. You know? Or is it because he's blind he can only like find the black key? Well, actually, yeah, that was kind of where.
That's kind of, yeah.
In fact, my head went to the answer.
Yeah. But a lot
we quickly
of people,
dig into our meal. Yeah. Forks and knives clattering against plates.
You don't know. They'll pick somebody to witch hunt, and it'll be me. It'll be fucking me. He said this about Stevie Wonder and the piano. Is the piano racist?
Mate. If they're gonna have got you, they'll have got you long before Stevie Wonder.
That's true.
You know, none of us are particularly eager to speak while eating. Lilly altogether too reserved for such a thing. Hanako probably too shy to start conversation. And I too busy savouring the food. Such a pedestrian activity, eating together at a table, seems so utterly normal. Yet it makes me realise how long it's been since I've done something like this.
Bruh, it's not pedestrian, it's nice. I love eating food with people. Pedestrian.
Just the three of us sitting around a single table. Maybe he just means like normal, just regular. You know?
It's the flowery language, man.
No, fair enough, but like I can kind of see where he's coming from, because if he's in a boarding school where like at least one of your 3 meals a day is in a cafeteria, like if not all of them, and the rest are probably in your room, like it's not. Unless you're then going out, which even then is different because you're out in a restaurant. It's a whole different vibe. Whereas this is like you're sitting in someone's home, they've cooked you dinner, and you're sitting around a table. Like it's such a nice normal thing.
Aye.
You know, like he says, just the 3 of us sitting around a single table eating as if we were a malformed family. Maybe this trip, as far away from everything as we are, was worth it. But space. It takes quite a long time, but eventually we all finish our surprisingly filling meal. The wine, thankfully, has little effect, given we've only had a glass or 2 each. I slump back into the seat, rubbing my stomach contentedly. I'm stuffed. Lilly pats her mouth with a napkin. Twice. Only twice, and with evenly timed intervals in between. It's hard to tell sometimes whether how she acts is a well-trained routine or a well-rehearsed act.
I think I must be as well. Do you like it, Hanako? No, or did you like it?
You like it?
You like it? What you having?
You having? You like it?
It was nice. Now that we're all well fed, shall we be off?
Yeah, let's go. Off? Where?
You weren't privy to the discussion between me and Hanako, or Hanako and me earlier.
I get the impression that she's having a subtle dig at my sleeping in.
We'll be going into the town nearby.
Right on. I guess I should have expected two girls to take a holiday as an excuse to go shopping, no matter where on the planet they may be. Alright.
Alright.
I am interested to see more around the north, though, so this can only be a good thing. Sounds good. How long's the walk in, then?
It's supposed to be around 1 mile to 1.5 miles.
That's not that far. Nearby, huh? Great. Just great. Yeah, no, 1 mile, man. That'll take you like half an hour.
Oh, nice. But he's got a heart condition.
Maybe a bit more. Oh, okay, so it'll take him like an hour.
Yeah.
As we climb up the path surrounded by trees and undergrowth, I watch Lilly and Hanako walking ahead. The slight breeze all but whisks away the sound of Lily's cane gently tapping on the ground. I notice that Lily's since removed the band-aid now that the bleeding of her finger has stopped. I always thought that this still looks like... You know that bit next to Mogai Library on your way to the train station?
Yeah.
Like down by the island there. Like,
Aye.
But like once you're past the river, closer to the village, you know what I mean?
I know exactly the place, yeah.
It's reminded me of that.
Yeah.
A deep, lung-filling breath of the fresh country air makes me wish all the harder that the air around home had been quite so clean. Also because that particular stretch always just puts me in mind of going home, because not only is it my route to my parents' house from the station, but also it was the route I'd take like when I say snuck out of church early. That's not what I did. I just left as soon as it was finished rather than sticking around for an hour to chat to everybody. Anyway, yeah. It can't have even been half a mile, but I'm already working up a sweat. It isn't a pleasantly cool day though, so I shouldn't be too hard on myself for it. Hey Lily, how well do you know this town anyway?
Since I spent quite a few of my vacations here up until I entered Yamaku, I'd say I know it fairly well. We used to drive there once a weekend then.
How I wish Akira was here to drive us now. I quickly take a moment to rub my hands a couple of times, staving off the oddly cold feeling in them. Did you like it up here?
I'd say it was nice during winter, but as you can work out, summers get a little too hot for comfort. It's nice and quiet at least. My family's real house is quite far south. When they left Japan, my parents gave it to Akira and me. Only Akira lives there now after my moving into Yamaku.
Well, quiet certainly describes this place. Though lonely is how I'd put it. Other than the prophesized small town, there isn't another soul around for miles. Coming from a home nestled deep within the big city, it's certainly different.
Hisso from big city, yeah.
Big city boy. I think that if I'd not come to Yamaku, staying out in the country like this would be too much of a change to get used to. After getting accustomed to the school's isolation, though, the idea of living in a place such as this has become almost inviting. To be somewhere away from the hustle and bustle of the metropolitan centers.
So, Hisso, have you been to Hokkaido before?
Nah. I used to live down south, and we never had any field trips or holidays up this far.
Well, it's a new experience for you then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. I'm surprised at how nice it feels here. How about you, Hanako? Yes. She shakes her head from side to side.
It's my first time too.
As we continue walking, I begin to feel pins and needles in my legs. It's a little disturbing, given there's no reason for it to be happening. Could you two hold on a moment? I just need to...
Is anything wrong?
Nah, I've just got pins and needles in...
It's gonna happen again, isn't it? Yeah, there it is. There it fucking is.
My vocal cords suddenly become taut as my chest tightens instantaneously. I quickly pull my upper arm over it, trying to quell the shot of pain spreading throughout my entire body.
Hisso?
Lily's face is only mildly concerned, not knowing the sight which Hanako is recoiling from. I'm fine. I'm fine. Just tired. I remove my arm from my chest and force myself to begin walking again. It's just a minor heart flutter, so it'll pass, just like the others. Oh, it only takes a couple of steps before my body violently revolts against me, my legs suddenly beginning to give way underneath me and all tension in my knees seeming to evaporate. Oh, before I can react, they uselessly give way under my weight, leaving me only just enough time to brace myself and fall on all fours. Oh, damn.
Hissa!
Wow. Discord did not like that. As I look up to her, I realize that my face is still taut with pain, only adding that much more to her worrying. Oh god, he's gonna look like that fucking... that meme boy.
Which meme boy?
The cunt that's sitting at his desk and his whole face is just
like
red and you can see the clench. Yeah.
He's just a vein.
Yeah, aye.
Hisso, Hanako, tell me what's going on. Hanako, tell me.
Don't say a fucking word. Hanako quickly moves to my side as Lily almost panics, having little clue as to exactly how bad a condition I'm in. While she stands there petrified, I lower my face and take a deep breath. I come to a realization that makes me endlessly irritated with my stupid self. With all the excitement of my new surroundings, I'd entirely neglected to take my medications last night, or even this morning.
You're a clown.
Take your pills, folks. If you need to. If you've got pills you've got to take them. Taking another breath, the acute pain in my chest begins to die down as suddenly as it had arrived. Especially if they're pills that help you live. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. Thank God. As it does, I become acutely aware of the sweat by now pouring off my face and the two scared girls around me.
Hisso?
I'm fine, Lily. I'm fine. I screw up my brow in an effort to lever myself up. Hanako's arms quickly moving to catch me if I fall, as I stumble a bit before regaining my balance. I look to Lily and Hanako, worry written on both their faces. I feel awful.
Utterly awful. I think we should go back.
Realizing the futility of protesting, I look away in frustration. Fine. I think we just hit like a really big wave of lag just for like a split second.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I think so.
That's the nature of the beast. It's just what you gotta do. So roughly, it's just getting into peak time for normies too. So
yeah.
Anyway, I open my eyes groggily, completely bereft of energy. For a while, I simply lie down lifelessly, staring at the ceiling as I review the events of the morning in an attempt to organize my thoughts. We went to walk to town. My heart nearly gave way. We came back. I took my pills. I slept. I can only remember each period of time as a snapshot, but the timeline is clear enough. The memory of the girls' faces as I struggled to stand up is an unpleasant one, stinging my feelings harshly.
No, my feelings!
Oh, my feelings. If I look at the ceiling hard enough, I can imagine the tile edges and small dimples of the ceiling in the hospital. That fact alone is enough to make me sit up and try to pull myself together. I scratch the back of my disheveled hair, glancing around the room. Lily and Hanako are nowhere to be seen, and the television's turned off. The clock above it says it's pretty late in the afternoon. The noticeably reddened sky outside the window confirms it further. I turn and pick myself up off the futon, swaying slightly as I put my arms out for balance. I suppose I'd better go and look for the girls to see if they're all right. As I look out the window, I faintly see something in the distance. Straining my eyes, I can just make out the shape of a person's figure. Her long blonde hair, swaying in the faint breeze, makes her almost seem to melt into the bright yellow of the wheat field.
Meanwhile, there's a fucking spooky ass bitch in the corner, like just running.
Yeah,
again
running through a field of wheat.
Yeah, another reference. Same reference, actually.
Without a second thought, I leave the room to follow that lone apparition. Teresa! Oh, this is one of my favorite pieces of music from this game.
I'll put it up for you, man.
The brightness of the setting sun assaults my freshly woken eyes, forcing me to avert them until they adjust. Oh my god. The long, yellow strands of wheat brush against my legs as I wade through them, the densely grown fields making it hard to advance. It's like that bit in Gladiator.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's like that bit in Gladiator. He's just walking like, oh.
Yeah, just ruffling all the heads of the people.
I mean, that bit fucking gets me, man. Like, when he's walking through the wheat field.
The wheat. Running through a field of wheat. Regardless, my eyes stay fixed ahead, true to that solitary figure. Within minutes I reach her, meters behind her turned back. Lilly? She simply nods. Where's Hanako?
She's in bed. She went to sleep after I calmed her down.
Yikes. She says it matter-of-factly and with as few words as possible, as if saying any more was strictly forbidden. There's something different about her. Her normally confident figure seems oddly fragile, her body offering no resistance to the breeze blowing her skirt. The strands of wheat sway from side to side while a deafening pause passes, the only sound being their rustling. As we stand in the field alone, I know what I have to ask. What's wrong, Lilly? You're not acting like you usually do.
Remember when I talked to my family, Hissa?
Your family? People have those? Yeah, we apparently don't. Or, well, we do. They're just very detached.
Yeah.
I look downwards in thought, sifting through my scattered memories. The event seems to leap ready to hand while I search for it, rising to the surface as soon as it was recalled. After Hanako's birthday party? She gives a simple nod.
It was nice back then. You and I celebrating with Hanako. Simply sharing presents, talking, having fun together. It was almost as if we were a family. One small, misshapen family.
Hey, I said that.
I thought that could just go on forever. Just the three of us, happily together.
She takes a long breath, a slight shakiness to it, just barely audible through the moving air.
Even if my family was so far away, as long as we were together, that was all I needed. Oh, I don't want to lose you, Hissa. Fuck. Sorry, that piano. I've got like a little tear. Like I just hit right as soon as I read it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah. My eyes are not dry.
Oh, I didn't even realize how afraid I was of losing someone else until today. Are you ready to this?
I'm sorry, Lilly. I know my body's weak, but even then, I make the most stupid of mistakes.
Don't apologize. Please don't apologize.
Oh, the music fades. Lilly? She turns to face me, her pale cheeks stained with tears. One misguided step after another, she stumbles towards me, her arms held out in search of so much as a faint brush against me.
Damn,
my heart doesn't
boy.
race nor pound as I step towards Lilly, gently taking and steadying her in my arms as she quickly clutches to me.
That is, bro, that's gorgeous. I would have that framed. That looks That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Well done to whoever did the art for this. That looks
Well done.
gorgeous. Also, that is some peak fashion from our boy Hisao right there.
Oh yeah, with the sweater vest.
Yeah, and when the short sleeves.
What do we call them over here?
I think it's. I
What
just
do
call
you
it a
fucking
vest.
call those? Just a
Just
vest. Is it
Yeah.
not? Yeah, but it's woolly though. Like I think there's a. I'd have a different word for it maybe.
Elder Julian, let us know. Right.
Yeah, yeah. With her face trembling against my shoulder, the next words from her mouth are the last I expected.
Oh fuck! Whoa. Okay, sorry. I got a surprise.
So did I.
I actually, it's like the perfect time to end the episode. Oh my god.
Yeah, I know.
I love you, Hisao. I love you. 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 Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
We did it, Ma.
Oh.
We found love in a hopeless place.
Oh. Yeah. Fucking.
I did it, Ma.
Like, we fucking won.
Oh, I mean, it's not over yet.
I mean, I know, but I'll take my victories. Right? Okay. See you next time.
Oh really?
I guess,
Right here, right now. It's just we're just gonna end it.
We're gonna have to end it here, man.
Well, what does he say back though?
We'll have to find out in the next episode.
Oh God, no! Oh, I don't think I can wait. If you can't wait, then you better like and subscribe so that you make sure that you fucking find out when the next episode comes out. Hey.
Yeah, fucking.
It doesn't quite hit as hard as it did the first time around, but it still hits pretty fucking hard.
Oh, I don't know, man. I mean, it hit me hard, but.
Yeah, I know, but that's because it's your first time, you know.
It's my first time. Right, okay.
Anyhow. So long.
Yeah, so long. Farewell.
Bye.
Auf Wiedersehen. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Part-timers, we do this part-time. If you enjoyed it, please like and subscribe.